body scan practice. Hello, my name is Ruchika Prakash, and I'm the director of the Clinical Neuroscience Laboratory at The Ohio State University. You have received these guided meditation instructions either as part of our research program or clinical outreach activities. We will now be engaging in what is called the body scan practice for the next 30 minutes. This practice is designed to cultivate sustained attention, and it is an extensive practice, needing concentrative effort. For this, you're invited to lie down on the floor and use whatever props you might need to make yourself comfortable. Perhaps a rolled-up towel or blanket under your head. Something to support your lower back. And maybe even using a chair if that's more comfortable. A lot of this work is about being compassionate towards our own bodies and being aware of the needs of our bodies. We live so much in our thoughts, in our heads, that we may sometimes forget that the whole body feels and knows and desires our present-centered attention. We may have built-in habits that ignore, minimize, or completely shut down the possibility of feeling our own aliveness. The body scan is an opportunity to connect a little more to the body. This marvelous sensing instrument that can bring us closer to yourself, to the world, and to others. This practice is a time for gentle exploration of each present moment. Lying on our back, with arms and hands at our sides, and legs outstretched, or with the knees bent, and the soles of the feet on the floor, or sitting in a relaxed posture, coming gently to notice the breath. It's such a constant feature of life that it's easy to ignore So taking time with it now. Actually feeling this sensation as the breath enters the body and leaves the body on its own accord. Allowing it to move through its cycle of in-breath and out-breath without controlling. If it feels right to you, attending to the belly, the lower abdomen, noticing the rising and falling with the cycle of the breath. Perhaps placing your hand on your belly if you would like to. Waves of breath. As you listen to this body scan, if at any time sensations in the body become too uncomfortable or emotions arise that are too difficult, knowing that it is always possible to return to the breath as a safe place, a haven for you to rest in, until you're ready to venture again into the body scan. Wherever this recording is in its progress. If your hands are on your belly, taking them off now and placing them on the sides. And moving your attention to the top of your head. Noticing that sensations may arise when you bring attention to a particular part. Maybe tingling, maybe pressure, maybe a feeling of the breath or the pulse affecting this area. Perhaps there's no sensation, and that is okay. That's simply your experience of this moment. And moving your attention to your forehead. Observing any sensations on the surface, deep into the muscles, perhaps some tension, tingling, or a sense of relaxation. Feeling whatever you feel. Moving now to the eyes and eyelids. Noticing how you're holding them. How much or how little pressure does it take to keep them closed? experiencing the eyes from the inside, from behind the eyelids. Are the eyeballs moving or still? Is there darkness or light? Color? How does the breath affect this area? Now beginning to pay attention to the cheeks, sensing the bones, the muscles, the skin of the cheeks. Noticing the play of air, sensations of coolness or warmth. Noting perhaps that some sensations stay for a while others pass quickly, and that intensity may change one way or the other as you bring attention to them. And attending now to the nose, from the bridge to the edges of the nostrils. Perhaps feeling the breath in the nostrils as it enters and leaves. Noticing temperature, moisture, sensations on the upper lip perhaps. Moving to the jaw. Bring awareness of tightness or softness. Allowing the lower jaw to drop down slightly, and noticing any changes in sensation in the muscles of the face, the neck, or in other parts of the body which that small movement may create. And expanding your focus of attention now to include the mouth and lips. Inside the mouth, the tongue against the teeth, against the roof of the mouth. If you are to, breathing in through the nose and out through the lips, allowing the air to play on its way out. Observing the sensations of dampness, dryness, warmth, or coolness. And expanding attention to include the entire face. Not a picture of your face in our mind, but really feeling the sensations in the area that we call the face. What's there for you? Aware of thought and emotions as well. And if thoughts or emotions arise, allowing them simply to come into awareness and pass like clouds in the sky. shifting attention to your neck. Noticing how attention right now is in the big muscles in the back of the neck, from the base of the skull to the shoulders, the throat. Aware perhaps of the play of air or touch of clothing. Being present for this experience. Moving to the shoulders, checking into their condition in this moment. Any tightness or softness, recognizing that this is the condition now. Acknowledging it. Noticing if there is a sense of the breath in the shoulders. How much of the body does breathing affect? Attention traveling to the upper and mid back. Sensing the muscles, tight or loose. Aware perhaps of sensations of the weight of the body here. Pressure against the floor or chair. Feelings of the texture of clothing. Noting how the breath moves in this area. Bringing attention to the lower back, to the sense of contact or lack of contact with the floor, cushion or chair. The sense of yielding to gravity or resisting. Perhaps any tightness or softness. Noticing any tendency to move away from or towards any sensations or thoughts, feelings, judgments that may arise. And experiencing the whole back now, from the shoulders to the base of the spine. Aware of the subtle and not so subtle motions of the back as you breathe. Dwelling in the sensations of the back. Just knowing what the back knows. Shifting to the arms. To the upper arms and forearms. Aware of the pull of gravity, the weight of the arms. Feeling the muscles and joints, the touch and texture of clothing, and expanding the attention to include the wrists and hands. Sensations of warmth or coolness, tingling, moisture or dryness. How does the breath affect the arms and hands? Is it possible to feel the pulse here? Just being with what's here now. And moving to the chest. Aware of the lungs and heart in this space. Maybe sensing inside as the lungs fill and empty. Perhaps noticing the heartbeat, the rhythm of the heart and the breath together. Being present to these sensations of life. Now extending attention into the abdomen, the belly, feeling inside first. This place where we have our gut feelings. There really are nerves here that sense and know. Feeling into the motion of the diaphragm, the sense of the breath in the belly. Now attending to the pelvic region, from hip to hip. Aware of the effects of gravity, the weight of the lower body, the buttocks pressed into the floor, cushion or chair. Sensations in the hip joints, the groin, the genitals, the lower abdomen. Tuning into the sense of the breath. Shifting focus into the upper legs, the thighs, aware of gravity's work, the pressing against the floor, cushion, or chair. The feel of clothing against the skin and moving in. Noticing perhaps the quality of the muscles, tight or loose. Is it possible to feel the bone running through? And extending attention to the lower legs, the calves and shins. Noticing points of contact or lack of contact. Aware of gravity. Aware as well of the life of the legs. How does the breath affect them? Is there a sense of the blood flowing? And exploring onward to the feet, feeling where they are. Perhaps a sense of temperature, warmth or coolness. A sense of the breath and heartbeat, perhaps. Now, expanding the attention to include the entire body, from the soles of the feet to the top of the head. Being present to the totality of the experience of either sitting or lying here in this moment. Perhaps feeling the breath, how it has been a constant companion. How it brings the whole body together. As does the pulse, the heartbeat. Feeling the sense of gravity, the sense of being held gently, closely. Dwelling in what the body feels. In what it knows. In the last moments of this body scan, congratulating yourself for spending the time and energy to nourish yourself this way, for continuing to make choices to live a more healthy, satisfying life, and knowing that you can carry this awareness of your body's deep wisdom beyond this practice session and into each moment of the day, wherever you may find yourself.